one doing this video with you.
I still can't stand you.
Whatever, man.
Hey guys, it's your girl Nida. Welcome back to my channel. And today I've got a little bit of a really random video, I guess. The strapping gentleman behind me is my best friend Akeem. We've been best friends for about 10 years now. Akeem, we've been best friends for 10 years.
Fuck.
How's it feel to know me for 10 years? Isn't it amazing?
Let's call it that. It's been an experience.
It's been amazing. I don't know why he is trying to front. It's been amazing.
Nah, it's been pretty awesome.
In our 10 years of friendship, we've gone through many different phases of our friendship. We started out as I met him in my biology class and was like, that kid needs a friend. And I'm going to be that kid's friend. Needless to say, he didn't really need a friend and he didn't really want me to be his friend. But I was determined. And
very determined.
10 years later, we're still friends.
Yep.
So, Akeem, tell him about how we met. What was my opening sentence to you?
Hi, my name's Nida. And my response was, sup.
I don't think I said that. He's telling you the cool guy version. I'm going to be really honest with you. At 15, I was a little bit of a spaz on the low. So, yeah, Akeem used to kind of have this thing for this girl that, I noticed him, around school trying to walk with. Deadass, guys. This bitch used to walk, 10 paces ahead of Akeem for no fucking reason. Okay, cliff notes. She was a friend of his and whatnot, and I just always saw him walking, with her and trying to hang with her and whatnot. And I was kind of like, why are you always following around that creepy-ass white girl? And he just looks at me like, you've got to be freaking kidding. And from then, we've been friends.
See, guys, my version of that made her less of a dick.
I wasn't being a dick. I wasn't being a dick.
You stuck your nose in business that had nothing to do with you whatsoever.
That's not being
That's how we became friends, ladies and gentlemen. She kept sticking her nose in my business.
You mean I was nosy. I wasn't being a dick.
Is there a difference?
Yes, you can be nosy and not a dick.
The way you did it was kind of dickish.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. I don't think it was dickish. I don't think so. The irony is 2 years later, he meets this kid in his math class and essentially becomes his Nida. Basically.
Nah.
This kid didn't talk to anyone, ever. And Akeem just pestered and was right there talking to him every step of the way, which is really weird because I had people in high school coming up to me oh, how come Akeem doesn't talk? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have anything to say to you. And here's Akeem, becomes a regular old chatterbox, this new chatty Cathy, to talk to this kid.
Nah, dog.
Needless to say, they're still friends to this day. So, yeah. And yeah. So we went through that phase and then we became great friends, and he's been there through the breakups and whatever foolery that I do on a regular basis.
FYI, it's not a lot. She didn't really need me. Honestly, guys, Shani is a great person, and I say that she stuck her nose in my business, but can never be sad that she did. I'm really glad I got a great friend out of it, and I love her very much.
I'm a great person. He's used to this by now. This is nothing new. Another phase of our friendship was we grew a mutual like for one another romantically, and it didn't work out in high school because I had a boyfriend back then and he was an ass, and that's a story for another day. But after high school we tried again and it didn't work. It didn't work because it's always wrong place, wrong time.
It's a lot of bad timing.
Yeah.
With Shani, everything was always kind of special. I never really got to, for all you older people, I feel like you guys will understand me a little bit better. I never got to connect with anybody the way I connect with her. She's probably the only woman, at least, that I can honestly say probably knows me just about as well as I know myself. Honestly, even more. She has a really good feel for me. She's good at just sensing out things about me, about situations in general. Yeah.
I'm intuitive. That's what I am.
And incredibly fucking lame.
I'm not. That's a difference of opinion. I personally do not think I am lame, and
Her boyfriend thinks she's lame too.
he's lame. He is lame. Okay, Devontae is lame. He's a lame. I love you, babe. You're only lame like 75% of the time, but it's okay. It's okay.
Versus her 95.
I'm not lame 90.
The difference, man.
We're not difference of opinion. We're not getting into that about my level of lameness. I'm sure there are people out there that are way more lame than me.
You're right. I just haven't met any.
Anyways. So we ended up resolving to be friends with benefits. And were the benefits good?
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Not gonna lie.
Benefits were good. And it just, yeah. And it's crazy because I meet a lot of people that are like, oh my God, I can never be friends with that person ever again. Like the benefits end and then the friendship breaks up. And I'm like, how? Because I was friends with this person before we became friends with benefits. So there's no reason for me to not continue being friends with this person. Now, don't ask me how we managed to remain friends, other than that I was kind of like, I don't have any ill feelings towards you just because we didn't work out past that. You know?
I didn't have any ill feelings for you. To be quite honest, I don't think I would have been okay if we stopped being friends. Not truly. And you're just not a petty person. That's why I still talk to you today.
Yeah.
Let that be a lesson to all you folks out there at home. Stop the pettiness. It's
Don't be petty.
Vicious cycle. And there is no cure. You can only try to be better one day at a time.
That is true. There is no cure for pettiness, and I don't have patience for pettiness. I mean, of course, you guys are going to be like, but Nida, you said you would take all the shoelaces out your man's shoes. Okay, that's okay. That kind of pettiness I can condone, because that kind of pettiness is, I can condone that. That's okay.
I think
it's a major inconvenience.
I think what it boils down to is that in spite of all of the potentially ill feelings that could have come up or maybe did come up, our friendship was way more important to us than that stuff.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. It was way more important, because it's kind of like, why throw away a friendship over this half of our relationship not being able to work out per se? And it's just one of those things, you know, you live and you learn, and you take it one day at a time, and it's the facts of life.
I think the most important thing, at least for me, the way I determine whether or not I'm going to stay friends with somebody, is I think about the things that we've been through. I think about the history that's there, and I ask myself, if I would have put myself in their shoes and I did the same thing, would I want them to just cut me off? Would I be okay without them giving me a second chance? And oftentimes, some people need second chances. Hell, there are a lot of them that need third chances. It shouldn't go past 3, though.
Yeah,
anybody's ball game, you're out.
No.
Honest to God, don't do it. It's once
it's
they
a bad
hit
idea.
3, it's pretty evident that that's who they're gonna be.
And
forever.
They're never gonna change. Like straight up, in any type of relationship, like if you have a friend or a significant other, once they hit that 3rd strike, it's done. It's done.
I mean,
they not getting a trophy anytime soon, coach.
Listen. You know, I understand. Sometimes you have history with somebody, and it's incredibly hard to let that go. I've been there tons of times. Hell, that's probably one of the prime driving reasons I'm even still friends with Shania. That the kind of history that I have with that girl is unfucking real. The amount of forgiveness she's given me, the amount of patience she's had with me. Honest to God, I don't know how she stands me to this fucking day. It is unreal.
Akeem is pretty annoying.
Seriously.
Akeem is pretty annoying. Like, he likes to talk about me being like a nuisance. Akeem is annoying. Like, but he's not annoying in like, oh my God, I want to like punch you in the face. Even though sometimes I kind of feel like that. I think one time, I don't know what, I have no idea. It was probably around time when he was making fun of my ankles, because I have thick ankles because I was a dancer. And he was always like, oh, you get cankles. And I just was like, oh my God, play in traffic. Like, that was just, you ever watch Scrubs and see like, what's his face have like those moments where he just plays out a whole scenario in his head? JD would have those scenarios, and I just, that would be me. I would just be standing there and he would just get hit by a bus. And then I come back to myself and
incredibly violent.
I come back to myself and he's standing there talking to me and I'm like, you didn't get hit by a bus.
I mean, you say this, right? But then you say things like, a handicap isn't a weakness. What? Does anybody else know the definition of a handicap? Because in Webster's dictionary, it specifically says that it's a weakness. I don't know anybody who is missing an arm and can continue a ravishing baseball career.
What I meant by that statement that I said when I was 15 was that people do not let their handicaps become weaknesses. That therefore it is not a weakness.
Mind you, she had stunning grades in high school. I could even say that she was my academic superior. But evidently, at the age of 15, in the 10th grade, she was not aware that a handicap is indeed a weakness, ladies and gentlemen.
Akeem, get out of my house.
I take this.
I can't even. I can't even. I can't look at this guy. He just goes over the phone. I can't. Guys, when you have good people in your life, hold on to them. Like, it enriches your life on a grand scale. Because I will say that the group of friends I have right now are so damn amazing. It's just a group of people that all believe in each other. Everybody loves to laugh. Everybody enjoys one another. Everybody has their own little connections within the group with each person. And I'm like, hell yes. And it's true. The friends you make in the later years of your life, you know, the friends you make like in senior year and, you know, junior, senior year, college, and the friends you make when you're going into adulthood, those are the people that are going to stick with you for the rest of your life. For sure. And I will say that if you have a friend out there who is doing no good for you on any level at all, you need to cut that person loose, for real. But the people who are really there for you in and out, day and day, like, those are the people you got to hold on to, no matter what. Like, don't fall out of contact with those people, because those are going to be the people that are going to enrich your life in a grander scale. It's going to be amazing. Like, people like Akeem. And him... I was talking about the benefit. I wasn't talking about the benefits. I was talking about how, like, great people in your life, you got to keep them. And
yeah, guys, that's actually really important.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody has great people in their life. I have the best people in my life.
Squad.
I mean, no, really. You can try and convince me that there's better people, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Akeem's very proud of the squad. Very proud of the squad. I'm proud of the squad too. Like, we all out here riding around and getting it. It's great. It's a beautiful thing.
Honestly, when you have good people to share your life with, it makes everything better. You know, you don't need all the money in the world, because all the money in the world you got nobody to share with. You're just gonna be miserable.
That's true. That's true.
And fortunately enough for me, I bumped into the people that are probably gonna be my family for the rest of my life. Honestly, I can't really imagine life without them. We're going our different ways as time goes on, but I will always love them. They'll always be a very vital part of my life, and I'll do my best not to lose contact with them. Right now I have a friend out in Colorado, and I miss her very much.
We miss you. Come back home.
We don't get to talk much, but I hope she's doing well. She just recently had a baby. Very beautiful baby. Congratulations. And I'm definitely rooting for you out there. I hope you make your dreams come true. And hope you come back and visit so we can talk about a lot of things. And I just want you to know that no matter what you think, no matter how you feel, everyone back here remembers and loves you very much. So please be safe.
I know that she gonna have that tear. She gonna have that tear rolling down. That one true tear.
One true tear.
But yeah.
See how lame she is.
I'm not.
One true tear.
I'm not lame. That's a thing. Whatever.
You're watching too much Supernatural.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with watching Supernatural. If you watch Supernatural out there, hit me up. We become friends. Supernatural is life. Yes. Hell yes. And when the season starts, maybe if I trust you enough that we become friends, then I'll even let you come follow me on Tumblr. That sounds so bad.
Listen to that.
Oh
That's
my
a privilege to follow
God.
this person on Tumblr.
That sounds awful. I'm
sounds-
sorry. God, that sounds terrible. Like, listen to me.
She's not normally like this. I have
Listen
this.
to this bitch.
I have this effect on people. Don't make that face.
What is the effect, Akeem?
Your life didn't get 10 times better since I've been in it.
Yeah, that's true. It's like that Kelly Clarkson song. My life would suck without him. My life would suck without, like, our whole, like, squad. And for a lot of people that are probably wondering, it's like, how y'all friends with benefits back then stayed friends now, and you got a man now, and he's cool with your old friend with benefit hanging around. My boyfriend is an amazing person, and he understands that me and Akeem are still best friends, yes, and that was a part of our friendship back then, but that is our history, not our present.
When you're young, you make a lot of bad choices. And the longer I live, the great thing about being a person is that you can reinvent yourself any way you want. So, and well, the smart people learn from those bad choices. The other ones keep pile driving through the same scenario and wonder why it never turns out different. But I learned that sometimes you just gotta let things happen and don't keep thinking that it's okay for you to keep doing the same thing, because if it's not working, it's not working for a reason.
Yeah.
Recently, in the last year and a half, I had something very bad happen to me, and that changed my perspective on a lot of things. I don't know whether that's for the better or for the worst, but the one thing that I did learn is that there are things about myself that I used to compromise because I wanted to keep the people around me happy. I'm not doing that anymore. Fuck off.
Akeem learned his worth. Like, I'm so serious. Like, this man learned his worth. Like, Akeem, you don't even know. Like, this nigga went and lost, like, the size of a small damn child. Like, he hit the gym hella beast mode. And then learned his self-worth. Because he was, like, had a string of bad relationships and people in his life that just really weren't good for him. And that's what it's about. It's coming out of the bad, understanding that you well above that shit, and moving on to the better. Because, yes, I'm telling you, like, Akeem, you're the true definition of that bitch how about fuck me? Nah, fuck that bitch. Like, that's pretty much what happened. Like, it's good. That is just really good, because why even worry about the people that are coming in your life and gonna just screw everything up? You know, it's just not worth it.
And you know, it was something that my uncle once told me. He said that once you know something's bad for you, don't fall in love with it. And honestly, putting that into practice is so hard, because you look at the people around you, whether it's in relationships or friendships, and you want to give them a chance. You want to think that there's something more, and you're probably right, but the problem is that they don't see anything more, and as long as they continue to not see their own self-worth, then it's not going to work. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
You can be there for them, but the one thing is you got to love yourself, and sometimes loving yourself means loving them from afar. And, you know, should that person ever see this video, which I doubt, but if they do see it, you know, I want to thank you for everything that happened between us, because you made me a stronger and a better person. I wish you nothing but the best. Honest to God, I do. And it's crazy, I think back on it now, because at the time I felt so hurt and betrayed. But the truth is, I'm glad it happened to me. I'm really glad. I can look back on it and, like, smile, because I didn't lose anything. At the end of the day, it was that person's loss, not mine. Because I still have my best friend, I got all my brothers, and all the people that mattered to me, and they supported me, and they helped me in it. And in a really weird way, it brought me and my mom especially close. FYI, background story, me and my mom did not get along.
Cliff notes, they weren't friends.
No. Not at all. But she did a lot of changing over the years, and I slowly grew myself. And when that happened, she was there for me. She caught me. She had my back, and that, you know, it's always weird when I think about it now. Like, I actually say, like, when my mom comes home, I look forward to that. I look forward to talking to her. I look forward to the wisdom that she grants me. A lot of it I have to filter out because it is years of
your mom's is country as
repressed
fuck.
experiences.
His mom is like country AF, like, yo.
But
his mom says stuff like finna. And in serious conversation. I love his mom. His mom's great, but just, she's a treat.
she's black. That's what happens. She's really, really black. I'm not gonna lie. It's like half of you people, if I was talking to you on a phone, you probably think I was some white guy. But nah. Dark as hell. Can't do nothing about it.
No, you can't. You know what's bad is sometimes he ends up like kind of sounding like his mom too, and I'm like, bruh.
It's only when that's going to show you. It's only when I lose my temper that I start sounding like my mom. To be fair though, it is pretty hard to actually piss me off. I really go out of my way not to be angry.
Yeah.
And that's really hard considering that I used to be a very angry individual.
Yeah, Keem was like angry and deep in all capital letters. Like that shit was real life.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Just mad.
Now I'm pretty okay, I think.
And that's what it's about. It's just growing up and getting better. Like, I'm so serious because I'm not the person I was back when I was in high school. I couldn't be with somebody like the guy I was with back in high school because I love me too much. And I loved me back then, but after being with him for the time I stopped loving me enough. And you never want to do that. You never want to stop loving you or start loving someone more than yourself, because that's when you start making the excuses and but daddy, I love him becomes just too legitimate in your mind. And it's like, it's never that deep, boo. It's never that deep.
Yeah. For all you girls out there, listen, love yourself. Don't ever let...
And the men, love yourself.
Don't ever...
Treat yourself.
Don't ever let anyone... Don't fool yourself, because you're only doing that to yourself. You're fooling yourself. Don't think that, oh, I'm too ugly, or I'm too fat, or I'm not good looking enough to get anybody who looks better than this that's gonna love me. No. Honest to God, on the real, there's probably been like 2 or 3 people you run across that probably would have loved you better, but you weren't wise enough to recognize it, and that's okay. Nobody can hold that against you. It's a growing process. I say the same thing all the time. Honest to God, if I could go back in time and change a lot of things about the decisions that I made, even especially with Shawnee, I would have done it in a heartbeat. And you know, the best thing about being her friend, about still continuing to be in her life, is I get to see her be happy on a day-to-day basis. She has a wonderful boyfriend who loves her very, very much, and he's a really good guy.
Dude, don't boost his ego any further, because then I have to come home and deal with that. Come home to Devontae,
flex your ego.
To Devontae feeling himself.
Devontae, flex your ego, man. You deserve it.
Yes, and then I'm gonna be like, boy, bye. That's gonna be me. Because don't feed his ego. Because Devontae likes to give me a hard time for no reason. So it's just like, do you mind? I swear, it must be a Gemini thing. Yeah, side note. He's a Gemini. Yeah, he's a Gemini. Devontae's a Gemini. We have several other Gemini friends. And I'm just like, how?
Gemini Master Race, we coming for you.
How? I don't know how. And I mean, I'm a Leo, so I guess it's one of those things, like, we're like attracted like magnets or whatever the hell. And there's like one other Leo in our group, and that's our best friend Taj, and he's my Leo twin because we're only like a couple days apart.
You shouldn't tell people that, considering that Taj is scientifically retarded.
I don't know how the two of them are still friends. And they've been friends longer than me and him. Like, I don't understand how the two of them have been friends.
I have been friends with Taj for almost 15 years.
Jesus shit. You guys have like an anniversary. You guys should take him out to dinner.
Please stop saying that.
We used to say they were boyfriends. Oh my god. And then me and my other best friend used to compare them to like Rick and Morty. Like, not Rick and Morty, Mordecai and Rigby from the regular show. God, if you guys were like Rick and Morty, that'd be tragic. Wait, which one of you guys is Rick and who's Morty?
I'd probably be Rick, in all honesty.
Ah, hell. Poor Taj.
I'm not gonna get suckered into that shit.
Oh, poor Taj. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Taji. I'm sorry.
And now I have another best friend of mine. His name is Christopher. And
Another Gemini. Hey, Chris!
What's up, dude?
I know he's gonna watch this at some point.
So it's my friend Chris, and it's kind of funny. It's like, I guess I'm his Shawnita as well, because
yeah, I can see that.
I pester the hell out of him, and honestly, it's probably because that guy, he's a fucking hipster. He is the definition of a hipster. 90% of his closet, plaid. Ask this man, Chris, you wear glasses? Nah, dog, they're for aesthetics.
He doesn't wear prescription glasses. They're for aesthetics. He wears, like, page boy hats, and he never has socks on.
Because that man is Haitian fresh.
And he's always wearing, like, the jeans and the pants that come down to, like, mid-ankle. It's just, oh my God.
I love him, don't get me wrong. He has, like, the best sense of humor. One of the best, probably next to yours truly, that I've ever seen. He takes everything in stride. I'll give him that. And he's a really amazing person. Recently, he's probably been just as close as an actual brother to me. I am very fortunate that I met him. I don't necessarily know if he feels the same. Probably. But he's too much of a dick to admit it.
Chris is so angry Haitian dad, it's not even funny. Like, I'm so serious. Like, it's just really, he's just like, his kid's gonna come home one day and is gonna be like, Daddy, look at what I drew. Is it gonna pay the bills? Like, I swear, he's so, such a sweetheart, but he just, it's...
Chris is that kid. Chris is that guy who, that when he has kids and their kid says, is all excited because they're graduating kindergarten, he's gonna look at them and be like, you want a fucking cookie?
Yes, that's gonna be him, and I'm just gonna be like...
But this picture best describes how Chris and I's friendship, it sums up like this.
You have to get closer. God, that's us in high school. Pretty much, that's us in high school.
FYI, I guess technically I'd be the girl who's in the black and red.
Yeah.
And Chris is the chick in the white. But in spite of everything, he pretends so hard that he doesn't enjoy it, but it's a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. Because when that guy needs to laugh, he calls yours truly. Always.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, that's kind of like that with, that's kind of like that with everybody when it comes to Akeem. Akeem told me this ridiculous joke back in high school. It's a ridiculous joke. And it was off of Dave Chappelle, okay? And that shit had me laughing so hard, I was crying. I had him tell me that joke, like, every day for a week.
Yeah, it got old.
It got old. The joke got old so fast, but I could not stop laughing. And nobody, I remember telling my boyfriend at the time back then, I was like, yeah, my friend told me this joke. And I tell him the joke, and he's like, it's not that funny. And I'm like, the hell are you talking about? And he's like, I don't know if I like that this dude is making you laugh like that. And I'm like, are you serious right now?
To be fair, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever do see this, I understand how you feel, because that's the mistake. You don't let no other dude make your girl laugh.
It's not that serious.
It's not that serious. I should correct myself. Your friend your girlfriend or significant other should never enjoy being necessarily with that other person more than they enjoy you. And it becomes blatantly obvious when that starts to happen.
Yeah.
And if you a dude out there, get your shit right.
Yeah.
If you're a woman out there, get your shit right.
Yeah, because you don't...
At that point,
you don't want for it to become basically like the person doesn't ever want to be around you. They only want to be around their friends or whatever.
And I know there are a lot of people out there that are in relationships that don't necessarily want to be in, but they stay because that person's either really codependent on them or they feel that they owe that person something. No.
You need to leave?
Don't do that.
You need to leave?
I did that.
It's a bad idea. I did that too. It's a really bad idea.
Bad for business.
Bad. All the way around.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's feelings get hurt. Yours get hurt because as a person that, you feel that the person depends on you, that person is more willing to walk away from you in the end anyway.
That's true.
And you're not as needed as you thought. and that hurts your feelings a lot because you
Oh
said you
yeah.
put that kind of time into it and it meant that much to you, and then they just leave. And as a person who's in that relationship where you feel you owe somebody, after a while you start to resent them. You tell yourself that you love them. You tell yourself that you care about them, and that is all true to a degree. It's just not the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
And as human beings, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to understand, at least my philosophy, if you're with somebody, they should be doing three things at all times. They should be challenging you, helping you grow as a person, and making you want to learn more about them and yourself.
Yeah.
Um, I have a new rule, and this probably makes my standards unattainable, but it is what it is. If I'm with a girl, I want her to challenge me. I don't want to try to have a conversation about life and where we see ourselves in a couple of years, or you know what our dreams were and how they've changed or manifested differently as life has continued. And then 90% of your answers are, I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
that's not good.
Um,
Like if you're with somebody and you've been with them for a considerable amount of time and they can't even be like, hey, I see, or if they can't even say, I don't really know at the moment, but give me some time and I can figure it out. If they can't even tell you that, but that it's a wrap. If like you ask them, what do you see for us like in the immediate future? I'm not talking about, getting married, white picket fence, the immediate future. What do you see for us tomorrow? And they Kanye shrug like,
I mean,
that's a no-go.
no, I mean, and like I said, at that point you've got time involved into it, so it's hard for you to just let it go. It is. And I'm nobody's judge. If you think that you can stick that out, by all means, do you. Because
Yeah,
at
how
the end
you
of the day,
live.
you're not cheating anybody but yourself. When you
Yeah.
stay in a relationship like that, that's who you're cheating. You're not even really cheating the person next to you, because when they move on, or when they bail out inevitably, they're okay. You're the only one with feelings hurt. You're the only one that's gonna have to take time to heal, and you know, as a normal human being, that shit is not fair, because you start to question a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I know it's people, and it's scientifically proven, people will do more to avoid pain than seek pleasure, and that's what you're doing. You're actually giving yourself a kind of silent pain, and life's just too short. Life's too short for
Yeah.
life's too short for empty moments, bad sex, and not smiles. Smile, everybody.
He said life's too short for bad sex. I used to say that shit a lot, and it is true. That's another thing. If you with somebody who can't get down, either y'all need to talk it out or you need to walk it out. I'm sorry, like that ass. Like, talk it out or walk it out. It's only two options, because it's too short. Walk outside and damn plane fall on your head. Not literally, but anything could happen.
And
So yeah.
you can and sometimes things just don't work out. That doesn't mean that person hates you, or that they're
Right.
this malicious, evil human being that doesn't want that wanted you to suffer.
Yeah.
Even with my ex, I don't believe she's an evil, malicious human being. I believe she's very confused.
Oh, I was like,
Very,
for a second, I was
very-
like, which one? Because one of them, I think, is for real is a bummy ass bitch. But I mean, a recent one, your recent one, yeah, she probably is a little confused.
Oh well, she'll figure that out in time.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, she a bummy ass bitch too. I thought that's what you were gonna say, and I was gonna be
No.
like,
Oh, because I don't think she's a bummy ass bitch. I think that she has to figure things out, and she'll find somebody that works for her
Yeah.
eventually. I hope.
Yeah.
No, the future's never set in stone. If she and I are meant to work out, that'll happen too. I ain't worried about it. You gotta give it to God. But yeah, just don't stay in things to where you're not happy, and just you'll know when you're not happy.
yeah,
You're not. I mean, when you find yourself asking the bigger questions like, why am I with you, or why does it feel like every day is the same? Why does it feel like we've been together for so long yet we aren't really connected, and that's something I actually want to touch on. Connecting is not sticking your dick in somebody's vagina. That's not connection. That's not a thing. That there's no real connection through that. You get your jollies, sure, but that's not a thing. That's when you're spending time with somebody, and as cheesy as it sounds, you think to yourself, "There's nothing better than this." Like, I want to come home to this. This is what I want to do. When you can just pick up the phone and call your significant other, and you can just be like, you know what? I'm so fucking bored out of my mind, and I'm tired of the same mundane, life-dragging routine. I'm just gonna pick you up, and we're just gonna go somewhere. And that person's like, yeah. They don't ask where they're gonna go. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something different. You know, when they can be witty with you, and they can leave you speechless. That's great.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all niggas out there are like, nah, man, I don't like it when my bitches talk back. No, that's great. It really is. It really is. Because it lets you know that you can count on them. That for all the things that, you know, for all their flaws, when you leave to go to work and you bust your ass for them, you bust your ass for a family that you guys will inevitably start or already have, you can count on them when you're not around to take care of themselves, to take care of the kids, to think outside the box. I find that, honest to God, the people that challenge me the most are the people I enjoy the most, because they force me to learn. They force me to grow. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta have somebody that forces you to grow.
Yeah. That's for sure. And if you're not with somebody, like if you friends wise or even relationship wise, if you're, you know, with somebody and you can't grow as a person in that group of friends or with that person, then you gotta go. Because the worst thing you want is to be stagnant and to not have any growth. And a lot of people get caught up in some foolishness because who they're hanging out with can't grow with them, and they decide they want to stay behind with them too. Don't do that. Don't dumb yourself down. Don't sell yourself short for anybody.
And it's a hard thing to do. Like I said, history, man. You know, I talked about it earlier. You know, you don't want to necessarily say, hey, I don't want to stop being your friend. And you don't necessarily have to stop being their friend, but, well, it depends on the relationship. If it's a friendship, love them from afar, you know. Mm-hmm. You can talk to them every couple of months, every couple of years, however time, you know, many times, you know, your paths cross. But keep growing, keep doing, you know, what makes you happy, keep progressing in life. And if they, you know, you should not stick around with somebody who's in the exact same spot that they were 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's who they are, and that's where they're going to stay until they decide they need to move past it. You shouldn't have to stay in that spot with them. Make your life better for you. If it's a boyfriend, you got to let that go. Mm-hmm. You just got to, if it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you just got to cut that loose. And it's hard, you know, because, you know, you've been with that person for so long. A lot of times, I find the reason is that once you've been with a person for a certain length of time, you don't want to have to say, I can't do this anymore, because that person knows you.
You're comfortable.
You comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, they know how to deal with you when you're at your worst. They know how to deal with you when you're at your best. But at the end of the day, when you guys come home and you're behind closed doors and your secrets are your secrets, and there's nobody looking over your shoulder and there's nobody calling your cell phone, if you're in those moments where you're with that person and you can't stand them, get out.
For sure. It's for sure. You don't want to stick around in that.
Run. Like, your feet need to hit the ground. You need to be bolting.
Mm-hmm. Don't look back. Don't look back.
And, you know, it's not to say that y'all can't be together in the future, but that person needs to grow by themselves and not for you. Growth for someone else does not work.
Nope.
Been there, done that, fell through. That doesn't work. I'm sorry. It just, for all those people that are like, I'm changing for my girlfriend, but when your girlfriend leaves, you're going to go back to the same miserable fuck you always were.
Yep.
And vice versa, ladies. You're going to change yourself for some guy because you care so much about him, and one day you're going to wake up and look in the mirror and hate who you are.
That's for sure. Akeem, this is almost a 40-minute video.
I don't know how to feel about that, no. telling me to shut up?
Alright, guys. I mean, Akeem sat back there dropping them keys. Like, excuse me. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do this again. Because this was good. It won't be another 40-minute video, but we're gonna do this again. I don't know what we should call this series. I don't know, like, talk time with Nida and Akeem. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out. So we'll get more into the foolery of everything that goes on and whatnot, and talk the tea, and
eventually you guys will meet our friends. Hopefully,
yeah.
They're
Hopefully,
very wonderful people.
Yeah, my squad.
I look forward to being on here again, helping out this one. And
damn, your hand's cold.
Sorry. I'll see you guys later. We'll probably do a video. She wants me to do a lot of voice work with her, so I'll do a voice reel, and let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, because Akeem's hella talented. Don't let him sit there and be like, no, I'm not that cool. No, he's hella talented.
I am very talented.
Hella talented. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hanging in there, because this is 40-something minutes. So if you sat through the whole 40-something minutes without skipping, you the real MVP. You better get the game ball. If you didn't and you skipped through the video, you petty. You mad petty for that. But I love you anyway.
And Seto Kaiba does not like you.
So yes, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye. Say bye, Akeem.
Later, guys.